Welcome to the flowerschool.com video library. I'm Leanne Kessler, Director of the Floral Design Institute, and today we're going to look at evergreens in a wonderful centerpiece perfect for winter. To prepare, I've hydrated my flowers, pre-cut some of my foliages so that they're ready to work with. Then I soak the foam with flower food, secure it in place, and then I'm going to incorporate some Christmas ornaments. To do that, just cutting the cord off and then using 6-inch wood picks. I like to use 2, thread them through, and then just twist them and use that to support. Placing the foliages first gives you wonderful draping, giving it a cut, removing the side needles and let them drape outward. This is Douglas fir. We're so fortunate here in the Pacific Northwest with great foliages. Fortunately for the rest of the world, they ship them everywhere, oftentimes from right here in Oregon or Washington. Going to elongate, going a little bit more on trend, and then keeping it low in the center, Centerpiece. Then coming in with some cedar, has a nice ruffly needle. Letting that drape as well. And some Redwood sequoia. It has beautiful draping. You can see the variation in the needle type and the growth format makes it look so much more interesting. Coming around to the back. And then also some up towards the center. Then radiate from that central binding point and fill in till it's lush and full with evergreen. Next, I nestle in the orbs to establish the focal emphasis, tucking them down, and the foliages just support, holding them in place, finding the perfect hole for the sticks to go in. Then extending outward, adding glass balls. You can use them in clusters or divide them. It's kind of fun to go ahead and just nestle in the whole cluster. To add interest and contrast, enhancing the design with more foliage and artificial foliage, using a broadleaf like eucalyptus, gives contrast to the green and extends outward, coming in with a metallic, artificial, and enhancing, picking up the color of the orbs and carrying it out to the sides, and even gilded magnolia leaves, cutting them down. Then they're a little too short, so picking them with a pick machine and adding in to add a little bit of glitter. When creating an evergreen centerpiece, I get it completely finished, done, all mechanics covered, and beautiful. Because this will last for weeks and actually will dry and look beautiful so that they can save it throughout the entire season. But then to make it extra special, going ahead and adding flowers. And they're the icing on the cake. So they go in very last, and just adding spots of color. Might be a lily, removing the pollen, reaching in and plucking it out of the bud. Sometimes you can get in, sometimes you can't, but you do your best because the pollen will stain and you don't want that. So you get out what you can. And giving it a cut, placing it in, making sure it gets down into the water reservoir well, so it will continue to drink. Maybe a hydrangea. Again, cutting it. And dipping it in alum So it'll last so much better. Makes it drink just a little better. Placing it down low. Again, deeply into the water reservoir. And even miniature carnations. A very long-lasting bloom. Nice stems that will extend out to the sides. Of course, as you finish, spray it down with Crowning Glory. That will lock the moisture into the foliages and the flowers, again enhancing the life. The recipe, I used Douglas fir, cedar, and redwood sequoia as the base. You could use any evergreens, even things that you foraged, possibly from your own yard. Then I added the eucalyptus and the faux foliages, some of the magnolia, and I would guess this is some sort of boxwood, but it's artificial. Then in the flowers, 3 stems of the lily, 3 stems of hydrangea, and then 5 stems of mini carnations. Today marks the beginning of glitter in the studio. Nothing is more fun at the holidays than adding a little bit of glitz. Even if you're a naturalist, sometimes the holidays, they just scream for a little bit of sparkle. You'll find more creative inspiration at our website, flowerschool.com. If you have questions, you can reach us through there or pick up the telephone and give us a call at 503-223-8089. Now it's your turn. What are you going to create using fabulous evergreens? Be sure to take a picture, post on social media, and hashtag Floral Design Institute. That way we all can see what you do as you do something you love.